Hi Lisa, today I recognized the awareness that's always been there, has always been the same. It's completely still and does not move, also not when the body moves or the mind moves. It does not judge, but it's aware of judgments arising in the personal mind. The awareness is I, and it is also aware of itself. I know that it's aware. A question does arise. Is there something even greater, more limitless than this awareness? Is awareness somehow inside the absolute? What is this awareness actually? Maybe you can answer this in your talk today. Yes, Malfred. Yes, you're right. There is no separation between what is and awareness. Just awareness seems to be greater. Did you see my question? Yeah. It seems to be greater. I'm not sure what you mean by that, like more special or bigger. So there's different types of awareness. To me, there is the personal awareness, which is the movement of the lens, and that's something that moves, whereas the big consciousness or the big awareness doesn't move. So you can move your attention. You can put your attention on the computer, you can put your attention on your hands, you can put your attention on your big toe, on your bottom, on your back. You can put your attention in the outside world. You can put it on the birds singing outside. And that we really think is ours as the person, that we have the right to move our attention. And often that attention turns around and looks at the big awareness. That attention, that personal awareness, looks round and says, wow, there is something looking at me. There is a consciousness that's looking at me. There's something that knows that never moves, that's still. And that's a form of awakening. But it's still in the divided mind when that happens. There's still something recognizing something else. Whereas actually consciousness knows itself beyond a thing knowing it. It knows itself instantly, right here, as this. It's not a thought, it's not an idea. It just is awake and knows itself. And when you really begin to drop into that, you begin to see that that big consciousness that never moves is actually everything, in everything. So we often have a location of the consciousness behind our head looking out, or it's still here and it's looking out, whereas actually the consciousness is in what is, and what is being conscious of itself. It might be that so some teachers, there's lots of arguments about it, that there's something beyond consciousness. So it might be that not a thing is beyond consciousness. So that's what the Buddhists would apply, but it's kind of irrelevant. It's not the point. The point is this energetic shift where it's everything looking, it's everything experiencing, rather than you or a limitation experiencing. So it's not about whether there is something bigger than consciousness. It becomes irrelevant when you know yourself. It doesn't matter if there's something bigger. It's not the point. It's just this shift from being inside to everything. And that everything is empty. So just like you see that the consciousness is empty, so you see that the consciousness has no back, that the consciousness never moves. When there's this expansion, it's seen that everything actually is that emptiness. So everything is full and empty simultaneously, and that everything's appearing from that no place and is all things. And the consciousness, whether it's bigger or more or less, it doesn't really matter. One thing you can say is that you never know outside of consciousness. There has to be awakeness, otherwise there's just nothing. So it's a fundamental of the experience. To me, these things aren't so important. The important part is seeing that this isn't a divided reality. But whatever the source of this reality is, it's not separate from itself. It's an illusion that there's two things happening. And that's energetic. That was a very nice question, Malfred. Thank you for that.